y'all doing? This is Z-Man from Joe Nail Sports Page, and you're just watching After the Dust Settles. This is an installment segment from Joe Nail's Sports Page with Joe Nail. This is the PBR segment, After the Dust Settles. Obviously, PBR is professional bull riders, the toughest sport on dirt. Today they rode the first round of the Anaheim Invitational. I'm giving you Saturday's results, which was about an hour ago, which ended about an hour ago. You know something, one thing about bull riding is every ride is pretty much a very exciting ride. The middle rounds showed Bo Hill on Canvas.com, ended up scoring 85.75, which got him fourth place going into the short round. The short round being the championship round of the event, of the night. Jordan Hupp had a nice 85.50 point ride, which put him in fifth place. That was just a couple highlights of the highlights of the night. There were a few disappointments. Dustin Elliott, who's supposed to be favored to win this event, not the event, the national championship in Las Vegas. Dustin Elliott, who's a favorite to win this whole season, coming into the season, on the back of Vegemite, who's a so-so type of bull, not real, he's been ridden a lot of times, put it that way. He's not a tough bull to figure out, and he ended up getting bucked off of Vegemite, and it was disappointing to see. Another probably one of the more exciting parts of the night, besides the short round, was Mike Lee on the back of Commotion. Commotion's a bull that was only ridden 13 times. This bull has had a long career so far. He rode it 13. The bull's been ridden 13 times. Mike Lee was almost 14. Let me tell you how long Mike Lee stayed on the bull for. 7.1 seconds. How long Mike Lee stayed on the bull for. 7.1 seconds. That's 0.2 of a second more longer, and that bull would have been ridden for the 14th time. So Mike Lee just missing a complete ride on the back of Commotion. It was a very exciting ride. Just missing it, but you know something, people? Hand grenades and horseshoes. That's all I gotta say. Hand grenades and horseshoes. That brings us to the short round, which did not disappoint. Like I said, you just watched the PBR. You know something? Go to Versus tomorrow at 8:00 p.m. Watch the PBR. I'm going to tell you something right now. You're going to get hooked. These guys are 185 pounds max, probably on the back of a two-ton. The short round started off with the number 10 spot, which was Valderon de Oliveira, who won the New York event, which was the first event that was shown on NBC a couple weeks ago. He was bucked off Shepherd Hill Trapper. Shepherd Hill Trapper bucked him off. Made very quick work of him. It was I'm going to tell you what, it was the first time that Valderon was bucked off a bull, and he made it very he made him look very you know how people showboat, whenever say a basketball player gets knocked to the ground, he slides across the floor. Valderon made it look very theatrical. He went head over heels the bull, went over the bull's horns, still holding on to the bull rope, and before he released. So it was an exciting buck off. It was an exciting ride. He didn't stay on. Sean Willingham was next on Monty. Sean Willingham's using a new Brazilian rope, which is new to American bull riders. Obviously, it's a Brazilian rope, so it's not new to the Brazilian bull riders. It's a Brazilian bull rope. What this bull rope is supposed to set to do is when your strong hand is in the rope, and you get your free hand up, you ride. bull rope's supposed to bring you back to center, and it gives you more. Supposed to give you more stability. Supposed to give you, I guess, it gives you a better grip. But it's supposed to make it more stable while you're sitting in the bull. So it's supposed to bring you back to center when you get off center. Um, it's not the sure of all, obviously, because you got bucked off 7.55 seconds on Monty, which is a tough bull. Let me tell you something about these bulls. These bulls that come into this the short round events, they're the rankest bulls. The rankest bulls you're going to be seeing. A ranked bull, in layman's terms, is a tough bull. Bull riding terms, they call them rank. So a ranked bull is probably one of the most toughest bulls you're going to see on the bull riding circuit. And Sean Willingham, 7.55 seconds in the back of Monty. McKinnon Wembley came up next, broke the cycle. Marmaduke. He ended up getting a score of 88, which put him in first place for the event. Up next would be the ride of the night. Let me tell you something. On these ranked bulls, it's very tough to stay on the backs of them. So to get high 80s is very good, but to get a 90.25 on the back of Red Hot, which Stormy Wing did, is incredible. It shows perseverance. It shows that you're on top of your game. It shows that you're focused. And you know something? You don't have to worry about them horns getting you in the butt either. Stormy Wing only needed an 85 going into his ride. He ended up getting a 90.25. 90.25. Ended up riding Red Hot for a 90.25, which put him in first place. And you know something? He ended up winning the event with that 90.25. But that wasn't it. We'll go back to J.P. Mooney, who was leading the event. People, all J.P. Mooney had to do was ride his bull. That's all he had to do. It doesn't seem that tough. Just ride the bull. Bull's name, Stubby. Stubby? Are you kidding me? Is that a scary name? Well, let me tell you something. When that name is connected to a 2-ton bull, I think so. Anyway, J.P. Mooney gets in the back of Stubby, gets up, 7.49 seconds. The freehand taps the bull. 7.49 seconds. Almost halfway, more than halfway done. All he needed was half a second more. Complete ride, 8 seconds. You win the night. Instead, you tap the bull, 7.49 seconds, and you lose it. 0.50 seconds. That's all you needed to finish off the event and win it. Stormy Wing ends up winning the event. Those are some of the highlights from Saturday's event over at the Anaheim Invitational in Anaheim, California. So your top 5 after Saturday's event: Stormy Wing, Skeeter Passover, Silvano Alves, McKinnon Wembley, and J.P. Mooney. I'm Z-Man from Sports Bays with Joe O'Neill, and you're watching When the Dust Settles. Your PBR update and post, what we call it, post-ride show? Sounds good. We're going to be coming back to you tomorrow night at about 10 o'clock from an undisclosed location. We will be on location. We won't be here in my somewhat studio. See you tomorrow, 10 o'clock. A little after 10. See you tomorrow.